Good morning, Mountain View kids. I hope you're having a beautiful morning. So I wanted to take you here. This is the edge of my backyard and show you, although it's beautiful, the other day something really scary happened. Ollie ran through the backyard all the way to the edge right here. And the river's right there, so it scared me so bad. My heart was pounding. I knew I couldn't get to him in time. And it reminded me of this Bible story we've been studying about Jacob. Well, one of his sons named Joseph was also in a really scary situation. And let me start off by saying that Joseph had 11 brothers, so he was one of 12 kids. That's a lot of kids. How many brothers and sisters do you guys have? I think maybe like most of us have just a couple brothers and sisters. He had 11. Well, out of all of them, he was his father, Jacob's favorite son. So he got a lot of special favors. And I'll tell you about one of them right now. It's his colorful robe. And this is found in Genesis 37. Remember, Genesis is one of the first books of the Bible, and 37 is the big number. And it says this: Joseph was one of Jacob's 12 sons. Jacob loved him more than all of his other sons. Jacob made Joseph a colorful robe. His brothers were jealous. They wanted nice robes too, and they wanted to be loved as much as Joseph was loved. Have you ever felt that way, like you're not loved? It's not true. Joseph had a dream. He told his family, "You are bundling grain from the field. Your bundles of grain bow down to mine." Then Joseph had another dream. He said, "This time the sun and moon and 11 stars were bowing down to me." His father asked, "Does this mean our family will bow down to you someday?" Ooh, how do you think that made the brothers feel? Probably not very good. So, yep, the brothers were even more angry. They threw Joseph into a dry well. Along came some traders. The brothers sold Joseph to them as a slave. They lied to their father and said, "Joseph has been killed by a wild animal." But God was with Joseph. I love this story because no matter what scary situation you're in, and even if you feel all alone, you can remember that God is with you. And do you know what? The other day when Ollie ran all the way over here and I was freaking out, my heart was pounding, he wasn't alone. Ryan was actually right over here with Pismo. And so he got to Ollie right away so Ollie wouldn't fall. And just like Ollie's dad was right next to him, and I shouldn't have worried, your father, your heavenly father, is always right next to you, even when you feel alone. So this week, I want you to remember that no matter what you're going through, you can trust that God is with you and that you're never alone. And remember our memory verse for this month? It's Proverbs 3:5 and says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding." Because sometimes we feel alone, sometimes we don't feel loved, but that's not true. There's somebody who's always with us, and he loves us so much. Have a great week, Mountain View kids. See you next time.